Have you ever looked at your life and quietly wondered, why am I not over this yet? You told yourself you would heal. You thought enough time had passed. And yet, some memories still ache. Some disappointments still visit you in quiet moments. Some losses still feel strangely present. After a while, it's easy to become frustrated with yourself. You begin to ask, why am I still carrying this? But what if healing was never meant to follow a schedule? What if some wounds don't heal on your timeline because they are teaching you something your pain cannot explain all at once? Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? In a world that celebrates quick fixes and instant results, we often place deadlines on our healing. But emotional healing rarely moves in straight lines. Some wounds don't heal on your timeline, not because you're weak, but because growth, wisdom, and inner peace often require more patience than we expected. In this video, we'll explore why some wounds don't heal on your timeline, what healing truly looks like, and how to move forward with hope, strength, and peace within. Many people imagine healing as a straight path. You get hurt, time passes, and eventually the pain disappears. But real life rarely works that way. Some days you feel strong, and then suddenly a memory, a place, or a quiet moment brings everything back. Do you ever wonder why this keeps happening to you? The truth is that healing is rarely linear. Moving backward emotionally does not mean you have failed. It simply means you are human. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? Instead of measuring your healing by how little you feel, measure it by how gently you respond to what you feel. Patience with yourself is not weakness. Often, it is the very thing that allows emotional healing and inner peace to take root. People often say that time heals all wounds. But if that were completely true, why do some pains remain even after years have passed? Time can create distance, but distance alone does not create healing. Healing comes through reflection, acceptance, forgiveness, and growth. Some wounds remain open because they carry lessons we have not fully understood. Have you ever caught yourself waiting for enough time to pass so that you can finally feel better? Sometimes healing requires participation, not just patience. Journal your thoughts. Seek wisdom. Allow yourself to grieve what was lost while remaining grateful for what remains. Over time, pain that once felt unbearable can become a source of strength, compassion, and peace within. Some experiences leave marks that never completely disappear. A betrayal, a loss, a season of hardship, or words that change the way you see yourself can quietly shape your life for years. Many people spend their energy trying to become who they were before the pain. But what if healing is not about going back? What if it is about becoming someone wiser? Some losses change us forever, and that truth can feel frightening at first. Yet change is not always destruction. Sometimes it is transformation. Do you ever wonder why this keeps happening to you? Perhaps life is not asking you to return to an old version of yourself, but inviting you to grow into someone stronger, more compassionate, and more resilient than before. One of the most painful things about healing is watching other people seem to move on while you still struggle. You see others smiling, succeeding, or appearing at peace, and you quietly wonder why your journey feels heavier. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? The truth is that healing cannot be compared because every person carries different wounds, responsibilities, and battles that remain unseen. Comparing your pain to someone else's progress only creates more suffering. Real peace begins when you stop measuring your timeline against another person's story. Emotional healing unfolds differently for everyone. Practice gratitude for the progress you have made, even if it feels small. Sometimes the slowest healing creates the deepest wisdom and the strongest inner peace. Pain has a way of returning when we least expect it. A familiar place, an old photograph, a certain season of the year, or even a quiet evening can suddenly bring emotions back to the surface. When this happens, many people think they have failed to heal. But returning pain is not always a setback. Sometimes it is simply a reminder that you are still human. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? Healing is not the absence of memory, it is learning to carry memory differently. Instead of fighting the feeling, observe it with kindness and let it pass through you. Emotional healing grows when we stop fearing our emotions and start understanding them. Peace within often begins when resistance ends. Every wound leaves behind a lesson, even if we cannot see it immediately. Pain has a way of revealing what truly matters, where our boundaries are weak, and what parts of ourselves still need care. Do you ever wonder why this keeps happening to you? Sometimes the better question is, what is this experience trying to teach me? This does not mean pain is good or that suffering should be sought. It means difficult experiences can become sources of wisdom when approached with humility and patience. Faith often grows in difficult seasons, and gratitude becomes more meaningful after hardship. Over time, wounds that once caused suffering can shape greater compassion, stronger character, and a deeper understanding of life. Many people become exhausted because they are not only carrying pain, they are also carrying the pressure to heal quickly. They tell themselves they should be over it by now, should feel stronger, or should stop thinking about the past. But healing does not respond well to force. Just as the body requires rest to recover, the heart also needs gentleness and time. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? Sometimes the more we pressure ourselves to heal, the more distant peace becomes. Create moments of stillness. Protect your sleep. Practice gratitude for small signs of progress. Stress relief is not a distraction from healing. It is often part of healing itself. Inner peace usually arrives quietly, one patient day at a time. There are seasons in life when healing feels invisible. You pray, reflect, grow, and keep moving forward, yet it seems as though nothing is changing. But many of the most important transformations happen beneath the surface, long before they become visible. A seed grows roots before it breaks through the ground. In much the same way, some wounds don't heal on your timeline because growth often happens in silence. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? Trust that not every meaningful change can be measured immediately. Continue showing up for yourself with patience, humility, and faith. The person you are becoming may be wiser, stronger, and more compassionate than the person you once were, even if you cannot fully see it yet. Some wounds don't heal on your timeline, and that can be one of life's hardest truths to accept. But healing is not a race. You are not behind. You are becoming. Have you ever caught yourself thinking this way? Move forward with patience, gratitude, and hope. Protect your peace within, because even unseen healing is still healing. Share your thoughts below. How are you healing today? May your journey lead you toward strength, emotional healing, and a deeper sense of inner peace.